Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for using my creator code whenever you purchase any Sims 4 DLC on the EA app or thesims.com. I receive a 5% commission each time you use my code, which means you're directly supporting me as a creator. I know there are a lot of codes floating around out there, so I am very grateful that you've chosen me to support in this way. Thank you so much. Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another speed build. And we're actually building number 1 in Sulani. And then number 2, we're doing a community lot. We're not doing a house. I know. I never do community lots. And okay, right, so this is pre-recorded. I'm just going to put that disclaimer out there, as many of you already know, but if you do not, I am currently on maternity leave. So this is a pre-recorded build from before I had my baby. I wanted to give myself some time to recover, of course, because at this point, at the point of me doing this voiceover, I have zero idea how this little one is going to come into the world. So I wanted some time to recover, some time to adjust to motherhood, get to know my baby a little bit as well, and just really focus on them and myself instead of worrying about YouTube or anything like that. So I wanted to give you all a ton of content to the best of my ability while I was away. And this is one of those videos that I prepped. So going into this, okay, I'm such a broken record. At the time of me recording this, Businesses and Hobbies, that is coming out in like a couple of days, which is wild. And I was thinking about that expansion while I was building this. I think at first I was like, all right, let's make a house, because when this is going to be posted, it'll be summer, it'll be warm where I am. And that's got me thinking of the beach and Sulani and things. So I thought, why not make a little beach house? And then I was absolutely frustrated with myself trying to make it a residential lot, because let's be honest, most of my builds are like family homes or apartments and things like that. So I thought I would try to challenge myself and make a community lot. I was trying to get inspired with the new expansion, and I decided that I wanted to try to make this some kind of business. But then I thought, well, one of the big perks with this new pack is that you can live on the same lot as your business. And I thought to myself, well, I don't feel like this is going to be a big enough lot or a big enough build really to make it both a residential space and a business. I mean, it could be. It's just, it wasn't what I was envisioning. It wasn't really, the vision wasn't visioning for me at all when I was trying to do this. And I was getting so frustrated with myself. So what I decided to do is just try to make it a business of some kind. And I thought, okay, well, like what would fit into Sulani, right? The first thing I thought of was like a surf shop. I thought that would be perfect. However, do we have surfing? No, no, we do not. So that idea went out the window really quickly, because like I could fake it. I know a lot of people, including myself, have used, it's a skateboard decoration. There's like 3 skateboards that you can hang on the wall. I think it's from either Parenthood or like the Kids Room stuff pack. I can't remember which. It could be a entirely different pack as well, but I think it's either of those two. And I've used those and sized them up to make them look like surfboards before. But again, like, where's the functionality? I would just put a ton of those on the walls, and then what? There's no actual surfing. So it was really frustrating to try to figure out how I could make this work with the new expansion in a fun, unique way that would fit into the world of Sulani. Because if I made it a surf shop, I thought, well, we do have that new like cafe item from the expansion that kind of fits a different style than, you know, the style that we got in like Get Together, like the aesthetic we got with Get Together, because that's where we have the original cafe item, like the barista bar or whatever it is. And that would just be something that we already kind of have. So I didn't find a way to really make it work with the new expansion. I just ended up making it a restaurant. So I hope you all like it. I mean, I do like it. I'm going through the process, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I could not make this work the way that I wanted to. And it was so infuriating, but I do like it. I like it a lot. I've never built anything like this before, so it was fun. And I failed to mention, I was also working off of an image on Pinterest, and I would say primarily to try to get inspired with using different colors and trying to figure out the roof as well. The inspo image did have a bit of a dormer, and I didn't see the purpose of that, at least not one with a true big window. So I did try to replicate some of the roofing that I saw on the surrounding shells in this area as well. Hopefully you all think it fits. And I also used a nice deep red siding. I think it was from Outdoor Retreat, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, could have even been base game. But it was kind of fun because I was getting really like overwhelmed with a lot of the really bright colors that we got with Island Living and some of like the wood paneling and things. Which is why I originally started off with kind of a neutral color scheme on the outside. Then I tried the orange and it was just like really in my face. I tried the yellow and it's just not, yellow's my favorite color. Let me just reiterate this. Yellow's my favorite color, but that yellow was just very aggressive. It was a very aggressive yellow and I wasn't really a fan. So finding the red, it was muted enough. And I've said this many a time, I don't actually really like red, but I thought it worked really nicely because I also wanted a different color for the roof. But anyway, I have waffled on too much about all of my woes and trying to figure out the outside because the inside came together super easy and I loved it so much. I went with kind of like this cherry red wood tone because I feel like it allowed me to play with a lot more color inside as well. And it was really fun. So I used these little tiny tables, the 4-seaters from For Rent actually worked perfectly. And then there's also the 6-seater from Island Living. And there's only a handful of tables inside. There's a ton on like the porch because it surrounds the entire build. I thought that was kind of nice. It was a decent use of space. And I don't know why. I thought this was so clever, and maybe clever is not even the right word. I just thought it was very, very appropriately themed, and I felt, I was very happy with myself because I remembered that we had this object, but the overhanging lights from For Rent in the shape of a fish, it was just perfect. Like they were just perfect. So I have one of those over every table. We have the little flip-flop string lights, which I thought was nice. I finally, after what feels like probably at least a year, got to use those new like bathroom doors in base game. Sounds like a silly thing to be excited about, but I was very excited about it. And also this new base game artwork because we have Sims from all different worlds and whatnot represented in the swatches. And these Sims are from Sulani. So I thought maybe it was like the original owner or something, or maybe it's the owner's mom and their daughter. I don't know. I just thought it was really sweet. It made it seem more like a little family owned business, a little local business. That of course serves a lot of tourists because I feel like Sulani is very touristy, especially during the summer. But yeah, I thought it was really cute. I just liked adding details like that. So again, this is set up to function as a restaurant, but I feel like it's a great shell to kind of play around with if you wanted it to be a different kind of business as well. And now that I'm looking at it too, I think the bathroom, because I wanted to use the big bathroom stalls from Discovery University, you could absolutely size that bathroom down and add a little bit more dining space or like kitchen space and stuff, because I made the kitchen really, really tiny. I just wanted to make sure I had the chef station, because obviously it's a requirement for a restaurant. And I wanted the one specifically with the window open to like through a wall, basically. But yeah, the bathroom's actually pretty big. I always forget how giant those stalls are. Like they're just huge. They're really, in my opinion, they're difficult to use because you have to make bathrooms really, really big to use those. Yeah, I don't know. I don't use those often for that very reason. But I'm just adding a couple of details here to the interior still. I didn't feel the need to like go nuts with decorations really. I wanted to add maybe 1 or 2 pieces of artwork, but nothing super significant. And then we just work on the kitchen. I was trying to kind of block out the top there. I wanted there to be a decoration. I was trying to use the cutting boards in a fancy way. And then I got lazy because I didn't want to use the tool mod to turn them around. So I just put that spoon and fork decoration from Island Living. Worked out great. No need to get super fancy there. And I also just added a trash can and a sink and a smoke detector as well in this little kitchen and a non-slip mat because I like that little detail. And that's pretty much it. Like the kitchen's really tiny. There's not much there because technically you don't need a fridge or anything like that in there. Everything's just done through that chef station. But sometimes if I have a bigger restaurant build that I'm thinking of or attempt, I'll add like literally a fridge, a stove, like a full kind of get up just to kind of make the facade a little bit more convincing. In this case, I did not feel the need to do that. And then we just add more tables and stuff to the porch. I just kind of wrap them around the entire porch here. So we've got a fair amount of tables, just most of them being outside. They are covered by a roof, so at least in inclement weather, it won't be a problem. And then I just add like a music speaker, and that's pretty much it for this build, I think. So I hope you all enjoyed this one. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.